how Tristan Lujan combats the offensive attack from Ryan Meek. Lujan spent a lot of time in the defensive zone yesterday going up against Maida, so we'll see how aggressive he is today.
Yeah, he's a senior, so I would expect him to be able to bounce back in a successful way today.
All about creating momentum when you are the first match to start, and both guys will just be looking to do so for their teams.
Yeah, and you hear Chris Williams from the corner tell him to start from the elbow. I think he's seeing the same thing I am. He wants to see him tie up here, set up this shot instead of shooting from space.
Lujan very quick, very able to get to his shots possible.
Oh,
he goes
shot
now.
right there. Let's see if he can bring this up and finish it. We got a nice whizzer by Meek right here. He's going to try to play defense. Can Lujan bring this up and finish it?
Lujan wants to go for the takedown, trying to go for the right leg. Tristan Lujan ranked 32 in Flow Sports Wrestling, the senior from Selma, California. Off to a good start early in this one. But Ryan Meek just trying to play as much defense as they can as both wrestlers now head over to the out of bounds on the far side. That's what most of these guys are looking for. You know, we talked with a few wrestlers yesterday post game, and most of these guys, especially the seniors, as you see the escape there from Meek.
Nice job taking his time right there from Lujan. You know, you don't have to rush into that. What you see a lot of times out of guys is they rush to get to their feet, and some of these smaller wrestlers are able to throw in a leg and then get to a tilt real quickly. So he took his time, was able to get position, and leverage that into an escape here.
As you mentioned, great patience by Lujan getting that escape point.
Yeah, and a good job by Meek. You see a lot of times, a lot of guys spend a lot of energy on that first move trying to get out, and then if they're not successful out of that, you know, they can lose a little bit. But he got right back up and was able to get that quick escape to avoid getting that riding time for Lujan.
Lujan trying to go with the shot to the right leg, and he has control.
Yeah, let's see if Meek can defend it one more time. That was just a beautiful setup there. It's almost like he's been setting that up all day. Let's see if he can finish it. He gets the call, gets the 3 points there to take a 7-2 lead with 45 seconds left here.
And again, just the aggressiveness from Lujan, staying strong all throughout the match, allowing him to play aggressive, find his shots. 5 seconds left in the match. Meek went for a last-ditch effort shot low, but Lujan does come away with the victory, and the Spartans stay up front.
This is going to be a close match. Bonus points are going to mean everything, so I love that of the Michigan State coaching staff, trying to get those bonus points right there.
Sophomore from Wadsworth, Ohio. 1-2 in dual meet matches so far this year. Going up against the redshirt sophomore, Andy Hampton. We have so many veterans on this Michigan State team, and Andy Hampton is on the lower end of that, only a sophomore, so lots of talent to learn from, and lots of mentors in his corner as well.
Yeah, and I'm sure the coaching staff is trying to get a look at this lineup, how it's going to look in a future state, and Andy Hampton could be one of those guys at the earlier weights that they look to rely on in years to come. You kind of want some injury time to shake that off.
You want to limit those as much as possible, I'm sure, Chris.
Nice Granby roll from Brugh there. Able to get the escape on the edge of the match. Only giving up on the edge of the mat, only giving up 8 seconds of riding time there. So good job there getting right up.
And the escape point as well going to Brugh, so that breaks the scoreless score in the first period, and now Brugh up by 1. Nice job by Brugh, switching and getting on top of Hampton.
You'd love to see some patience here from Hampton, which is what he's doing right there. Hopefully he can come out the back and finish this, grabbing that other ankle.
Trying to flip Brugh over fully to the edge of the mat and out of bounds. So a reset and a flurry of applause from the Jenison fans.
Oh, and a great job here by Hampton. Let's see if he can turn it into a reversal, and he does. So he's able to take the lead 2-1, a minute 30 left. So he's going to try to ride this, get some riding time here.
Both Brugh and Hampton just waiting for the shot to come. Nearing 40 seconds. Hampton trying to shoot low with the 125 and 133 weight classes in your victory. But then for the Bobcats, being able to even it at 1-1 would be huge, as Hampton trying to take control.
Yeah, and Brugh's trying to use his length here, take advantage, and it looks like he's on top. The refs are not calling it yet. And there it is, he secures it. And I think that was just an opportunity. You got into a scramble, and Brugh, good on him. He used his length and was able to lock in a leg there and get the unexpected takedown. In a match that looks like it was largely controlled by Hampton, Brugh stuck it out and, had that gas tank we talked about.
Mason Brugh with a huge victory, evening the Bobcats with the Spartans at 3-3.
Some of their studs in the middle weights here, as Hamdan's able to get deep on the leg. Let's see if he can finish this. He's got the hand around the hip here, but no two yet as he trips. And just a great finish right there, No muss, no fuss. Got him to the mat, got the 3. Another Michigan State great in Franklin Gomez. He really mastered that move of pulling wrestlers back. Now, he wouldn't leave the mat like that, but a lot of similar moves where he's using wrestlers who are pushing back on you. Use it to your advantage, use it to pull it back. And Hamdan just unfortunately got the illegal call there.
And Waszak does get the escape as well. So now just a 1-point deficit.
That'll drive you insane. He just got the only offensive points there, and he's only up 1 point.
And very frustrating, but then again also has to be a testament to the mental toughness as well for these guys. You cannot get flustered in your own mind. You have to stay true. Waszak doing a good job so far in this match to kind of negate any offense from Hamdan again, and Hamdan will start in the neutral position. Defensive position, and now he'll look to get back up and get the escape point, trying to break the arms, and he does. So good escape point for Jordan Hamdan.
Yeah, good job there. Only giving up 8 seconds of riding time, so he keeps his riding time advantage at 37 seconds that I'm sure he's going to try to utilize in this third period.
Hamdan evading the shot from Waszak, trying to go low. Hamdan now with control of the right leg, and he does get the 3 points, extending the lead to 5.
A beautiful shot from space. Man, he was shot out of a cannon, got so quick on that, and I love what Jordan Hamdan, he does not mess around when it comes to these finishes. Senior, I'm not surprised that he's just finishing these quickly as he is able to lock up. He's got the ankle hooked in the back. Let's see if he's going to try to work and get some near fall. But no, we get some advice from the Michigan State corner and say, let him up. Let's get back to this offense, and let's look for bonus points here.
So the escape from Waszak now 4-point favor for Hamdan, but he goes right back to the right leg once again. He's had much success with that. We'll see now if he can finish the job, going quick to the edge of the mat.
And we get a fleeing call, which is a stalling call on red for fleeing the mat, but a great job. And in a match that's, by the scoreboard is close. It is 7-4 as Hamdan gives up the free point, the free escape. But this is still a takedown match here. So Waszak is still in this. Let's see if he can stay in it mentally and get a takedown to knot this thing up at 7.
And Waszak has been on the defensive ropes a little bit throughout the match. We'll see if he can find the seams and look to shoot and try to get, as you mentioned, a takedown, because now with those being 3 points instead of 2, with the change from the NCAA, it can change a match so quick.
Yeah, it's shocking. A match that's been largely controlled by Hamdan. Waszak is only a takedown out of this thing. So, he's doing a great job, but Hamdan is pushing the pace on the edge of the mat, which you'd love to see, and he's able to get that second stalling call and a point there. Take that lead to 8-4. It's these early matches that is really going to determine, I think, the final score. With a great shot from Hamdan there, just a great setup to get on the right leg, and he's able to double it off and get the 3-point takedown with 20 seconds left. So the coaches, Roger Chandler, telling him to ride him tough here, keep that leg turked, and ride this 15 seconds out to secure this major decision here.
against Aidan Waszak and putting the Spartans in front.
Yeah, that's a redshirt senior right there. You know, that was a 3-point match in that third period. You know, he wrestled last night. I think Roger Chandler wants to get another look at him. You know, we are a week out from the first matchup with Michigan, so he's giving his sophomore one more chance, get a good look at him, wrestle tough here so he can secure his spot in this lineup. Yeah, Chandler might be playing a little strategy here by throwing out Stauffenberg, going with the more tenured wrestler as we get a huge throw.
The shots that they can take, as we see one come in from Raike, looking to control, but out of bounds on the near side, right in front of us.
Yeah, that was a great shot, but somehow even better defense out of Stauffenberg right there. If Stauffenberg's able to get a win here, this is all of a sudden tilting into Michigan State's favor. And as I say that, Raike trying to finish there, but not able to do it as he slides out of bounds, not able to keep the feet in. That's not what you want to see, but hopefully he's able to shake it off.
The escape coming in from Raike, breaking the scoreless match now.
As they lock upper body, and we already saw Raike with a big throw as he goes back to it, but Stauffenberg is able to use it, but Raike is able to roll through and secure the takedown. Man, that would have been something if Stauffenberg was able to stay on top, but one thing I'll say after seeing this first couple of periods, you do not want to lock upper body with Raike. He is ready to go to town.
And Raike's controlling the advantage so far in the match, with the score being 4-0, and he is just looking to finish the job and pile on as many points as possible, and a good rotation and a good escape from Stauffenberg and getting back into this one, keeping it with a 3-point deficit.
As Stauffenberg, you know, Joel Greenlee in his 26th season at Ohio, man, he's got a team right here. As I'm talking, and Raike is able to get a slick takedown there to take a 7-1 lead. But this team is really led by a bunch of underclassmen. You got a sophomore here in Raike.
And the script a little flipped against the Spartans in this match as Hamdan was trying to pile on points, as you mentioned in the last one, and now Raike's definitely looking to do so. The escape point will go in favor of Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg now trying to shoot for the left leg, looking to have control and finish. Raike going to try to spin and flip for the reversal, but again, he does get the takedown with the 3 points. And that final takedown could have sealed it for Raike.
Yeah, especially that he now gets riding time over a minute here, so even if he gives up the escape, he's still got an 8-point advantage with that riding time point if it stays.
Running out of time is 4 seconds. Wind down slowly now, and no further action will be taken, and Derek Raike will come away with victorious in East Lansing and maintaining that number 30 ranked number towards his name, who's coming into this one, 26th season. And now we have Chase Saldate going up against Segura for the Bobcats. And Dan Segura getting the call in this one, the junior from Columbus, Ohio. Saldate looking for that takedown, and he does get it. Chris Saldate getting the first 3 points.
And he does just that. Beautiful job. He's going to try to finish this one off in the first period here. This would just be huge for Michigan State to get 6 points right here.
Full control on the left arm, trying to get the pin and finish the job, but Dan Segura not allowing. Again, as I was mentioning, Saldate talked with Yusuf Anaya yesterday after the match against American University, and he has the eye on the prize as he goes now looking for the pin. Once again, he has full control of Segura. Segura trying to roll, but Saldate not allowing anything to go his way.
And there it is. You know, 2 times, that's going to be hard to stay out of a pin.
Victory for Saldate, and a huge 6 points for the Spartans as they were tied 7-7. As we get a look at the final few seconds of that one, Chase Saldate coming away victorious, number 21 ranked in the nation, improving that record to 13-3.
Yeah, I tell you what, that chicken wing is going to be on a lot of films for some Big Ten, for some Big Ten opponents. They're going to be watching this and try to avoid this.
So as we are halfway through the matches here in East Lansing.
Lock that other arm of Segura there to be able to keep him on the mat. Something he wasn't able to do that first time, but there it is. It's inevitable. He's able to get 6 points for the Michigan State Spartans.
And 7 falls for him as well. So this match here is one that was highlighted beforehand, and we're going to be looking forward to it.
Yeah, this is definition of marquee right here as Fish tries to get to an early shot here, but some good defense out of Thompson. But
and as Big Ten play is slowly starting to creep in, he has a good test here.
That was a great reshot there out of Fish to get on a leg here. He's bringing it up, going to try to lift him and finish it here. Man, and you just see that strength out of Fish, but great defense, and he's able to get the three-point takedown as both hands of Thompson were on the mat. So there's not going to be a challenge, Brooke, out of Greenlee over there, and just a great reshot out of Fish. That is a big takedown in this first period. Roger Chandler, you got a ranked matchup right here. Almost 2 top 10 guys. We got 10, and Fish is sitting at 13 right now.
To work this one against Thompson throughout the next 50 seconds or so, you'd think with the riding time he might try to go a little more aggressive and pile on a little more points.
Yeah, he's got that riding time locked up at this point, so it's essentially a 4-1 lead.
Has control of it for a moment. He's still trying to power through, but good defense by Thompson.
And that was a great job there, and that's what I was hoping to see, if he's going to bounce that head of Thompson off the mat. He did it, and as Thompson goes up, that's when he's able to go behind, secure those extra 3 points, and he's going to take a 6-1 lead, effectively 7-1 with that riding time with 10 seconds left.
And sometimes it's just good defense, but just better offense, and a great textbook explanation there.
And that's a huge win out of Fish, getting a top 10 win at home in front of a home crowd. He just controlled that match the entire way, getting the only 2 offensive takedowns and riding out Thompson in the second period. That was just dominant, and that's what you want to see out of your senior.
And the Spartan crowd loves it from the senior, Caleb Fish. Now putting the Spartans in front still. Category with 2 falls this year so far compared to Sal's 1.
Yeah, Marty had a tough match last night against American, and I'll tell you what, it's not getting any easier tonight. Get on this leg, let's see if he can finish it, but it is a 16-7 match. Michigan State's up 9, but Ohio is not out of it, and it starts here in this match.
This is a huge, crucial turning point for the Bobcats if they want
the ship here at 174.
Brian having control of the upper body from Larkin, but a good job by Larkin to reset and get out.
He keeps doing this, and there's a stalling call heading his way. As Perrine is able to get into a nice shot there and able to secure the ankle and hopefully going to escape his head, but he gets the 3-point takedown just after a great shot. And they told him, slow it down. You got time. The worst thing you can do is rush a cradle and then lose it. And he's taking his time, and this thing is tight. You know, Larkin, he's going to try to keep position here and stay off his back, but he's got 30 seconds. That's a long time when you're here.
And now Perrine using those legs from the lower body to just drive and flip Larkin.
This match was 7-0 coming into the second period. It's still 7-0. You'd love to see him get on the legs of Perrine so far, who has ultimately been controlling this match so far and dictating his offense. You know, you had a shot right there. It almost looked like Larkin pulled his arm back, and just a good job by Perrine utilizing that to his advantage and able to go around and get another 3 points, get this thing to double digits.
Sal Perrine, the junior from Nordonia, Ohio, looking to close this one out in the third. That riding time almost eclipsing 2 minutes. Gives up the escape towards Larkin, and Larkin gets on the board for himself as well.
Yeah, I think he feels good about that riding time being secured. He wants to get this swing back to neutral, get some more takedowns, and look for that tech fall.
And again, he has control of the right leg, looking to do so and get another takedown, as you mentioned.
I'd say tech fall. He gets back to that cradle. He might be looking for fall.
So he secures the 3, and now a 12-point lead. And as you mentioned, he's looking for that tech fall, and he's looking for that 15-point differential.
Down and a ride out would secure it for Perrine, but I think he's looking for 6 points. So we get a second stalling warning on Larkin. Gets this match up to 14-12, so a takedown here would be a tech fall if he's able to secure it.
Good defense by Larkin initially, Larkin staying strong through the first 10 seconds, or excuse me, the final 10 seconds, but nonetheless, the points will be awarded towards Perrine, coming away victorious for the Bobcats and getting some points for Ohio, for the Spartans today, going up against Lehman of Ohio, the junior from Akron, Ohio. Ranked matchup in this one, as Malczewski has the nod at 21, according to Flow Sports.
Yeah, and I don't know who keeps setting up these wrestling matches with these guys with really close names.
In our last weight class with the 174, it was going to start for the Bobcats at Perrine. He did his job, got the points secured, and now it's falling down to Zayne, who has an opportunity here as he hasn't lost yet in dual meet matches so far this year. He's sitting at 3-0. Himself as well, sitting at 4-3 so far on the year. A few schools down from me, graduating from Dakota High School, former opponent and rival of my former high school, Romeo.
Nice sprawl from Malczewski, but Lehman's able to switch to the other leg, and he's trying to come up through the legs for a standard finish here. But let's see if Malczewski goes to a hip, and I'll tell you what, you can never rule him out. He loves to put himself in some of these funky positions. He locks up a cradle and takes Lehman to his back as he gets some near fall calls by the ref, but he is getting put in a tough position on his own back, but he's able to work out of it. As we run out of time here in the first, as they are waving off the call. I'm shocked. It looks like we're getting the referees are agreeing that they're going to go check it, because if you recall, Roger Chandler used his challenge earlier in the match. And so this has to be up to the refs to agree that it was a close enough call that they're going to go look at this thing. And I'll tell you what, it looked like we had some near fall for Malczewski, and then he's able to get him back over to his back. Man, I would be shocked if they don't reverse this thing. I mean, that was just, he had that thing locked up. It looked like it wasn't a lot of control, but it looks like there was too much flipping there to confidently give some back points to Malczewski.
So now Malczewski will start in the defensive position, looking to secure an escape. Lehman trying to go up top.
And for any confusion, he did get the three-point takedown. They did not wave that off. They just did not give him any additional near fall. So he goes into the second period up 3-0. Great double leg, great finish. Let's see if he can end up on top. You know, I tell you what, I've watched a lot of Malczewski matches, and he does a lot of rolling around like this. So you can never rule either wrestler out. And a great job by Malczewski here. You know, he got the escape, and he turned it right into an offensive position. Let's see if he can finish it. And he does for another 3 points.
When you're in the Big Ten and you have a guy like Layne Malczewski who's looking to get as much as he can, as he will get the major decision in his favor. As the third period winds down, Layne Malczewski comes away victorious for the Spartans, and Michigan State staying up in front of the Ohio Bobcats.
Yeah, Malczewski. Yeah, whatever is in the water over at Macomb that Malczewski's been drinking all these years, I think Wisler has been drinking the same, because he really reminds me of the 184-pounder, just about how he attacks on his feet, and he's really strong on top, just like the 184-pounder. So let's see. He's got a tough matchup here against Starr, number 29 ranked wrestler. Let's see what the redshirt freshman can do if he can keep racking up these wins.
And Starr, the sophomore from Indian Creek, Ohio, 12-4 on the year, 4-1 in dual meet matches. So has the winning record. Now he shoots for the right leg, and he gets the 3 points for the takedown.
I'll tell you what, you don't see a lot of 97-pounders move like that. That was just a beautiful shot. He watched Wisler step right into it. As he gets into a dangerous position here, let's see if Wisler can use it. He's able to get the 1-point escape. Beautiful shot here by Wisler. You really hope he can finish it out from behind, but some good defense. It looks like Starr's got a tough whizzer in. Oh, and just great job by Wisler. Sliding that hand out. No call yet for the 3-point takedown. But, man, you don't see 97-pound matches where two guys are moving like this. This is just a treat right now.
Very, very quick on their feet, and the 3 points awarded towards Wisler.
Yeah, you know, I've been around it a little bit, but, you know, I just love what I've seen the past 48 hours out of Wisler here. You know, there's still a lot of time in this match, but he just looks, as a redshirt freshman, he looks like a guy who's going to be in this Michigan State lineup for years to come, and you love to see it.
And we saw a lot of this, more of the same action from Wisler yesterday. And Austin Starr doing a good job as well himself, staying up top with Wisler, not trying to let him do that. As I just say, that could be a broadcaster jinx, but a great takedown by Wisler, getting the points awarded for himself, and now coming into this one with an 8-3 lead.
Yeah, that initial takedown by Starr seems like a different match at this point. You know, I was watching his face right before that takedown, and it looked like he seems a little shocked at what just happened. It looks like we just got another stalling call.
And that riding time now eclipsing 1 minute mark. And again, another stalling call will be called against Starr. And an 7-point lead, 8 points with, of course, the riding time point being his favor, but the lead starting to build for Wisler.
And you rest a little bit, and you give up that last second takedown, and it's huge in matches like this. But Wisler, he's built different at this point. He is riding out these periods, and that's just huge for every match, especially going into Big Ten, where you're going to have a lot of 3-2 matches. That could be the deciding factor in a lot of tight ones.
Always looking forward for these athletes and for the teams. They're always looking ahead in their schedules. And for Michigan State, of course, they're looking ahead to their Big Ten schedule. And this is a great test for Roger Chandler to see where his guys are at. And again, initially getting the 3 points finally for Wisler.
And looking at him, it looks like he could go another 7 minutes. It's crazy for a 97-pounder to look like this.
Kael Wisler came out strong from the very first horn and stayed true and comes away with a major decision victory and putting more points on the board for the Spartans.
Yeah, this team looks locked in today. Man, it's funny to say that's the most impressive match I've seen.
And for Greer, he'd like to have this one to close it out for himself and have the Bobcats finish with a final match victory, but he has a tough task in Josh Terrill.
Yeah, this is, Michigan State has locked up this match as Greer gets a real solid takedown here. He looks like a really solid athlete out there. He doesn't look like the standard heavyweight out there. Quick on his feet. That was just a nice double leg and a nice finish there. If you want to get that at-large bid, if you're not able to secure that automatic qualifier in your conference championship, so this could be the start of that for Greer to extend that win streak.
And it'd be a great opponent to do so. And Terrill, who is ranked, of course, so always, no matter the opponent, if they're ranked, they're looking to have that on their resume. So again, another stalling call will be called.
Yeah, and if you're Terrill, you want to cut into that riding time, but at some point, you're going to need a takedown. So, is it better to try to ride him out for the period or just give him the escape and get to your offense here? And hopefully get a snap down, work from a front headlock, but Greer might just be trying to back up. And there we go, another shot from space. You got the front headlock I talked about. He's got the light. Can he drop down to it? This looks like throw city right here. Both guys got a body lock. Who has the Greco experience? That's what I want to see. Get your hips on the ear and get into a throw. And a great job by Terrill to throw him to his back. And he's going to try to end this thing, and he does with a pin. And that's what it is. Shocking.
Here in East Lansing. And Chris, we get another look at that final throw.
I love it. I love that he kept the body lock there. A lot of guys would get out of that.
That was huge as Josh Terrill comes in with the takedown. You mentioned it. It was going to come down to just brute strength with the flip and the throw. A huge victory